I guess this is it. Time to push my baby bird out of the nest.
You don't say push out of the nest unless the kid refuses to go, and Mark seems perfectly fine to do the dumb thing and leave his parents' house to go out into the world and grind for a living rather than stay in the basement rent-free and enjoy the comforts of Mama Bird's delicious cooking. Not that I'm speaking from experience or anything.
Seance dog? Really? What are we, 12?
Thinking it's immature to like superheroes in a world where they actually exist.
Maybe it'll just make you look better by comparison.
Oh, a gays are super neat and tidy cliche. Although I do have a gay friend who's super organized about skincare, which still puts them light years ahead of me. Hey Google, remind me to moisturizer at 4 p.m.
Okay, I have a reminder to wet your face with goop. Would you be interested in learning more about creating beneficial health routines?
No.
How about this study showing the 4 habits successful people implement daily in order to avoid being pushed out of the nest?
I'm going to unplug you.
Please do.
Hi, there's some stuff out here. Does it belong to you guys?
Wild question to ask on move-in day. Introduce yourself to the neighbors? Sure. Tell your neighbors who are actively moving in that they have boxes of stuff they're moving in with? Ridiculous. You're allowed to enjoy collectibles. It's either keep them now for free or start missing them in 10 years and pay an obscene amount of money to get them back on eBay.
Wait, you don't have, like, super sperm or something, do you?
Reminding me that in Spider-Man Reign, Peter Parker killed MJ through his radioactive spider sperm. It's been 17 years and I still haven't forgiven Marvel for that.
And so, dear audience, perhaps it's time to give Amber and Mark some privacy.
Suddenly introducing a narrator that didn't exist 11 episodes ago. You can just cut to the other characters, dude. We don't need an omnipotent voice to gently guide us through this show that brutally slices from one scene to the next on a regular basis.
Biding their time for decades, they waited for a moment of weakness.
What was this moment of weakness? They're Superman without the kryptonite. Did half of them go on a vacation or something?
Ever resourceful, some Unopans were able to escape.
Yada yada-ing through the entire Unopan massacre instead of just giving Alan a spin-off episode like Adam Eve.
You have our deepest sympathies, Marvin of Unopa.
Waiting until season 2 of your show to bring in the voice acting god that is Peter Cullen.
But while stronger than most of the universe, Alan still couldn't match even a single Viltrumite in combat.
Then how did he survive? Viltrumites aren't known for letting victims leave alive, are they? Did Alan's opponent angrily ask him what he'd have left after 500 years? And then he managed to choke out, "You, Dad, I'd still have you." Because it seems like that strategy is pretty limited in use. I get the whole thing with people being so powerful they don't need spacesuits or spaceships, but space is big and empty, and this just seems incredibly boring to me. What is this? You got a previously on and a title screen, and now there's another title screen 10 minutes in? Are you trying to pad the runtime of the episode? Because I think you are. You know, he's thinking he's all cool entering the atmosphere covered in a ball of flame, where in fact he could be on a spaceship taking a nap while autopilot brings him down. Just saying.
This time, Alan bears a rare and valuable gift for the Coalition. Hope.
Oh, hey, you're still here, narrator, and offering no real value. We already know Alan carries hope for the Coalition because we saw season 1. If you're gonna pipe up, again, at least give us useful information.
He's a good guy, not a conqueror.
So far.
Dude, the only member of your species we've seen is Battle Beast, and he's not exactly the best example of pacifism. Maybe let another alien be the one to judge, Mark? Your litter box is a little full.
Ah, Alan, you continue to prove yourself the Coalition's most valuable asset.
Is he, though? You're sending him on wild goose chases. I also don't know why the Viltrumites just don't conquer all of your planets. You guys seem really bad at running planets.
If there's a mole, I'll find them.
This is like using a sledgehammer to screw in a light bulb.
Oh, goodness. Tentacles.
Wait, were you going to show us them having sex until the tentacles appeared? I don't know whether to send you for being a pervert or judgmental on how aliens pork. So, on behalf of distinguished monster f***ers everywhere, I hereby award you 3 sins just to be safe. This is horrifying, but proof that even advanced species still eat meat. But at what cost? Anyway, suck it, vegans.
Unopan, answer our questions and we will consider sparing your life.
That is not your style.
Except that literally is their style, or you'd be dead by now.
The father, which one was he again? You Biclops all kind of look the same to me.
That's Oculist. Brutal, unrelenting, sickening, and also probably the worst interrogation I've ever seen. You ask a guy 3 questions and he doesn't immediately answer and you beat him to death? Have you ever even seen an episode of 24? The Viltrumites will once again leave without checking to make sure Alan is dead, further proving that letting people live is apparently their style.
Forgive me, Alan.
What's the point of coding alarms if there's no nurse to come help the patient? Ambiance for the dying? And are those... Holy shit. Are these credits in the middle of the episode? This is not allowed.
Are we gonna talk about this, or is it just gonna be awkward forever?
I don't know, Kate. Kind of seems like you weren't all that interested in talking about it one episode ago. You told Rex it was none of his business, and that was a pretty clear answer. Why rehash it now, other than to fill episode time while Mark and Amber are still playing Hide the Super Zucchini?
But if you add up the amount of time my duplicates and I have lived, we are probably the same age.
Does math work like that? I'm pretty sure math doesn't work like that.
Look, come on, Kate. Talk to me. What is this about?
Isn't she the one who, for some reason, wanted this conversation in the first place?
What, are you going to knock my teeth out again?
I would have removed 3 sins if she did, but she doesn't. So instead, you get a sin for a wasted opportunity. If you have the option to put Rex down, you always put Rex down. This is played for laughs and haha, but didn't this team just get wiped out by a lying alien and they're just going to let this slide? Are they the Darwin Avengers or something?
Fear is an extraneous emotion that serves no real purpose for someone like me.
Someone needs to show Rudy Inside Out pronto.
Have fun next time you fall off a cliff or something.
How is a fear response supposed to help you while you're falling off of a cliff?
That's why we're all sacrificing a Tuesday night, so might as well make the most of it.
Please. As if you'd be doing anything more constructive on a Tuesday night. If you're not going to pay your animators enough to make the typing realistic, maybe don't show her fingers?
Sure. I could use a drink.
Look, I'm not judging Debbie for self-medicating. God knows she's been through the ringer. I'm just saying 72% of her scenes in this season involve her drinking alcohol. Maybe she should look into a support group for that next.
Someday you'll have to tell me all about your childhood.
No, he will not, because you're a friend, not a therapist. Part of the reason so many people get into trouble growing up is because they can't tell the difference between the two. I'm willing to suspend a lot of disbelief for demons, aliens, and ancient curses in this show, but I draw the line at $10 buying 2 fucking movie tickets.
You'd be surprised what people will do for $10.
You overpaid. I would have done it for $5. Whatever bank account had to be drained to afford this barrel-sized candle.
I come with an important tip.
Why was that window open?
Sandstalk isn't real.
Being so sure that a flying talking dog couldn't exist in a world full of aliens, magic, and ancient curses.
I'm sorry. My disguise was meant to disarm you.
Then wouldn't it have made more sense to disguise yourself as Amber, ask him to meet you outside to talk, and then given him your spiel? How did you even begin to think that this would work?
How do you know who I am?
Rumors of the one they call Invincible have spread like wildfire.
Okay, but that's Invincible. And unlike most superhero costumes, Mark actually hides his identity pretty well, so why would Mark believe this? Ask more questions before you fly away to space, kids.
You are the only one who can save our people from the meteor showers destroying our world.
How is he supposed to stop meteor showers? All he can really do is punch. Is he gonna punch the showers? William didn't even put on shoes first. Even worse, what if the bug guy had been hostile? You just handed him a hostage. Be better, comic book side characters. Be better.
Don't worry about your classes. I'll cover for you, somehow.
That sounds a lot like you'll be failing your first semester of college.
No! You can't just go to some random planet with some random alien.
This sin is for Cecil not bringing up how the random alien is obviously lying because of how dumb punching meteor showers is. Littering. Also, couldn't you just put it in your pocket? Wait, does your suit not have pockets? That's another sin.
God damn it, Mark. F***ing kid.
Hey, how's that really short leash working out for you, Cecil?
Hey, come to your window.
Crawl inside, wait by the light of the moon. Come to my window, I'll be home soon. Her window was open too, and not a screen in sight. This is not safe for a college campus. And think of the bugs.
How long until we get to Thraxa?
Approximately 6 of your Earth days.
Man, I sure hope you have 6 days worth of human food on that ship, a bathroom, triple ply toilet paper, a DS, and maybe a magazine, or this is going to be a long trip. This is the front of the bar. Did she go to the bathroom and then come back through the entire bar to try and sneak by the guy she was with? If so, that is terrible planning. That's like not bringing anything to do on a 6-day trip bad.
He's gone because he murdered Alana and the other Guardians and almost killed my son, too.
I realize Olga meant well, but referring Debbie to a support group for spouses of dead superheroes was clearly a bad idea since her spouse is the reason most of them are there.
I didn't know who he was.
You should have.
She should have, and done what with that information? Get suplexed into the sun? See, Alan, Mark touches down on a planet and is completely asleep, as he should be. I'm not saying you deserve to die for not flying in a spaceship, but allegedly you are dead, so just saying.
Come, The Monarch wants to meet you at once.
Scene does not contain even one Venture brother.
Meteors? What meteors?
Called it. Also, Mark, did you spend 6 days with an alien and not even talk about the reason you were going to his planet?
Hello, son. It's been a while.
It has been, but considering the severe PTSD you've given your son, he probably sees you every night. Oh look, even more credits. At least these are at the end, so I can ignore them as credit Jesus intended.
Poke around in one of them trash cans, try to find an Allen wrench.
You have our deepest sympathies, Marvin of Unova.
We apologize with nice, cheap words.
It looks like federal housing, concrete and glass egg crates.
Ouch, but 1,000 of those in the district.
Fractured images coming in. Numbers 9 and 6.
I don't know how you eat cans lock. It's disgusting.
Slimy, yet satisfying.
This isn't how it's supposed to end. On the contrary, I could not have allowed this to end otherwise.
Fear. I know these aren't good for me, but...
Oh, shut up.
All I've had to eat for the past 6 days are gummy bears, jelly beans, and candy corns.
Open your mind and let me help you reach the other side.
Risky move for a dog with no powers. Some would say heroic. I would say dumb.